Today on Newsbeat, a veteran free speech activist visits with LSU students as a part of her tour across the U.S.
And we have an exclusive interview with the duo Carmen about their upcoming album and recent performance at LSU.
Also, Miss LSU USA competes for the title of Miss Louisiana USA. Does she have another crown to wear?
And apparently the door to Death Valley is unlocked. We've got the details coming up.
All this and more. Newsbeat starts now. Good evening and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Amber Washington.
And I'm Michael Edmondson. Thanks for joining us. LSU's football team has a break this week, so the gates are locked for the time being. Or are they? As Tiger TV reporter Austin Hart found out, the stadium may not be as secure as some might think.
On Saturdays in fall, Tiger Stadium is home to 93,000 of college football's rowdiest fans. But on autumn weekdays and in the spring and summer, Tiger Stadium is mostly vacant. LSU Police Captain Corey Lalonde says only certain people are allowed access.
Would be the athletic facilities, game management personnel, as well as law enforcement personnel.
But what's stopping students from getting into these closed-off spaces? With construction on the stadium's south side and gates and doors on other sides, is anything really preventing fans from taking a personal tour?
Periodically, our patrol shifts do make checks of the stadium. Again, like I said, that's periodically. I mean, when they're not on calls and in the spare time on shift, if they're not on calls, as we do with a lot of different areas on campus. So there's no necessarily set times that they're going to check. It's going to be random.
We tested our theory that access to Tiger Stadium was as simple as walking through the front door.
The only doors we found unlocked to Tiger Stadium were here at Gate 11. However, with the amount of people setting up and taking down things at Tiger Stadium, it would be challenging for any student to try to enter.
But what about other athletic buildings near Tiger Stadium?
We also tried entering the Pete Maravich Assembly Center, home to LSU basketball, gymnastics, and volleyball. These doors on the southeast corridor are locked shut.
Lalonde says that if anyone is caught trespassing on these properties, they will encounter necessary punishments.
If nothing's taken, it's going to be simply criminal trespass, but if you start getting into thefts or any property being damaged or anything like that in the process, it could fit into other statutes as well, which would be more serious offenses.
So if you want to spend time in Death Valley, you may just want to wait for the next football game on a Louisiana Saturday night. For Tiger TV Newsbeat, I'm Austin Hart.
Lalonde says any student caught trespassing in Tiger Stadium could face academic discipline along with any legal charges.
She was 13 when she took on Supreme Court and she won. Today, activist Mary Tinker encourages LSU students to stand up for what they believe in. Tinker was on campus today and visited with students, sharing her experience as a free speech activist. As a teenager, Tinker was denied the right to protest the Vietnam War at her school. In the landmark case Tinker versus Des Moines Independent School District, the Supreme Court ruled students had the right to express their opinions on student campus as long as it didn't disrupt their classroom. Today, Mary Tinker was joined by student media law attorney Mike Highstand as they stressed the importance of student rights.
Where young people are jumping in there and getting involved and saying, yes, we have a say. We should have a say about these things that affect us, because the decisions are being made that will affect you, and you should have a say about them.
For more information about Tinker Tour, visit tinkertourusa.org.
Pop duo Carmen brought some good karma with them to LSU as they kicked off homecoming this weekend. Reporter Dominique Turnbull has the story.
My name is Amy.
I'm Nick.
And together we are Carmen.
Carmen started with covers on YouTube about 3 years ago. And after their cover of Chris Brown's Look at Me Now went viral, they introduced themselves to the pop world.
Look at me now, look at me now. I'm getting paper.
Jermaine Dupri was the first big producer to call them to start setting up performances on major TV networks.
Carmen's first television appearance was Ellen.
Yeah, we were nervous that she was nervous she was going to forget the words, because we literally had uploaded, for the cover for Look at Me Now, we had uploaded that 5 days prior, so there's a lot of words in that thing, so we had to figure that out.
And then our second TV appearance was Saturday Night Live, also terrifying.
Yeah.
Soon after multiple performances of covers, they made an extended play CD to show off their own personal music. The CD is called Hello and includes one of their first big hits, Broken Hearted.
When we finish what we started, don't you leave
This song is based off of how they started their relationship in college. Carmen's newest single is called Acapella, and it's on their upcoming debut album, Pulses.
Acapella, it was just kind of, it was just a twist on the word. So, and actually the whole track is about 90% acapella.
It is.
All the bass line and all the drums and stuff are all our voices, and we just chopped them up and screwed it in the computer a little bit.
With Amy being from Nebraska and Nick being from Maine, they shared their favorite part about being in the South.
We love the
We
South.
love the South, man.
Yeah.
We're here all the time, actually. I love eating here.
Yeah, eating here is amazing, and performing here. People are just more laid back.
Yeah, the crowds are. It's always a great show.
Yeah.
Carmen also mentioned how they ended up coming to LSU's campus.
Yeah, we actually were like promising ourselves not to do any shows until the album was done, and then we were like, we have to go to LSU. Like you invited us, and we were like, that would be really fun.
For Tiger TV, I'm Dominique Turnbull.
I'ma do it a cappella.
Carmen's headlining tour is set to start at the beginning of the 2014 season, and their album is coming out this winter.
While many of us Tigers were celebrating homecoming this weekend, Miss LSU showed her school spirit in another way. Miss LSU USA 2013 Hillary Tuttle competed for the Miss Louisiana USA title this weekend. She placed top 10 out of 45 girls in the competition. The state pageant was held in Lafayette, where more than 100 guests were in attendance. Tuttle seems happy with her performance in the pageant. She wrote this on her Facebook page, quote, "Placing in the top 10 at Miss Louisiana USA, where there are 45 beautiful, accomplished young women, is a huge honor," end quote. Contestants were judged on many categories, including interview, swimsuit, and evening gown. Well, I say it was pretty warm today, huh?
It really was warm, but it was a pretty nice day. Let's hope that continues through the Halloween week, as weather forecaster Lauren Graham tells us what's coming up this week, so stay with us.
Good evening, LSU. I'm Lauren Graham, and here's your daily weather forecast. Hope everyone had a great time at the homecoming game and festivities this weekend. The temperatures during the game Saturday were just low enough, but not too cold. This week, temperatures are rising back up, so we'll have to say goodbye for a little while to the cool weather that we had last week. Our picture of the day was taken by LSU student Amanda Player. This picture was taken this morning outside of the Interior Design Building. Students were sitting outside enjoying the cool morning weather and sunny skies. If you want your picture to appear in the next weather show, hashtag TigerTVWeather on Instagram or Twitter. Today has warmed up quite a bit since this morning. As for tonight, the high is 77 degrees and the low is 60 degrees with a 10% chance of rain. On Tuesday, temperatures will continue to rise. The high is 84 degrees and the low is 63 degrees. There is a 0% chance of rain, but we should have partly cloudy skies. Now let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. We have some cloudy days and rain coming our way this week, but the good news is the rain should drop the temperatures down. Thursday, there is a 70% chance of rain, but hopefully the rain won't interfere with any Halloween plans. I'll keep you updated with your Halloween forecast. As for now, be ready to add rain boots and a rain jacket to your costume. That's all I have for you today, so don't forget to check Tiger TV for your up-to-date campus weather report every day. I'm Lauren Graham, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Lauren. Coming up is Halloween, a hazard to your pet's health.
And stay tuned to find out how pumpkin patches and Halloween masks are not all fun and games.
Stay with us.
Welcome back to Newsbeat. I'm Sarah Gastineau with your weekly shot of Medwatch. Well, happy Halloween week. It looks like it's time to pull out those costumes and buy some candy. But before you do, will you be trick-or-treating with your pet this year? It turns out that pets are among the most vulnerable to the horrors of Halloween. The Humane Society of America provided pet owners with a few useful tips to help keep pets healthy and happy. The first tip is to leave your pets out of the celebration because costumes confuse and frighten pets. Tip 2 is to hide the sweets. Candy and sweets can be extremely harmful to your pet. The last tip is to decorate your home safely because changing a pet's environment makes them nervous and anxious. Make sure to never leave them alone with the decorations either because many are toxic and choking hazards. If you follow these tips, you're sure to help this Halloween be not so doggone scary for your pet. If you live in Minnesota and were planning on going to the pumpkin patch the next few weeks, you may want to reconsider. A family day at the patch led to 3 children being infected with E. coli at a farm in Dayton. Officials believe the infection was most likely spread to these children from the cattle or goats in the petting zoo. What started out as a family tradition turned into a trip to the hospital. So doctors are recommending that if you visit animals, make sure you wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water. The State Department of Health is involved and currently monitoring for additional cases. Well, it turns out animals aren't the only thing you need to avoid this Halloween season. Americans spend nearly $7 billion on Halloween costumes and scary masks. But what's really terrifying is the tiny monsters living on those masks. The number of bacteria and diversity of the bacteria found inside surprised even the scientists testing the masks. The more popular the mask, the more bacteria was found. So if you are going to be purchasing a mask, make sure to soak it in rubbing alcohol before using it. Thank you for watching this week's Shot of Medwatch, and don't forget to tune in next week. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Sarah. That's all the time that we have for Newsbeat today, but you can catch our full show online at tigertv.tv or on our YouTube channel.
And be sure to connect with us on Facebook and Twitter for our latest updates.
From all of us at Newsbeat, thanks for joining us.
And have a great evening.